Okay. I think we're good. I think we're live. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Get comfortable. All right. Let me go up here. Whoa, shoot. All right. Roger Rabbit. What's going on? Kathy in the Berg. Rocky's not doing, no prep tonight. I just pulled up a couple articles. Just give me a little, you know what? Actually, like Becker, I think Becker, Roger Rabbit, you guys can kind of attest that I just pull up articles for they're like bullet notes. That's all they are. I hate reading on the show. I'm gonna read a couple stories tonight, but um, I hate reading on the radio. What's up, Sarah? I don't know, man, Sarah. I don't know because he was just talking about Jesus. You can't talk about Jesus and then show me your butthole. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work that way. I don't think. I mean, I'm cool with it. What's up, Gemini? What's going on? Got my Meatball Army sweatshirt on. Thomas Becker, Sarah Nichols, Kathy in the Berg. What's up, Mary? Grandpa Brian Ford, blah, blah, blah. It's my Friday today. And what's up, Linda? Grandpa Brian 420. I got a phone call today, and I got a last-minute order, and I'm going to be up all damn night putting it together for somebody local. What's up, Jamie? Another memorial for a father and a sister. So I started working on it at 3, and I literally just got the graphics done probably about a half an hour ago. So because the memorial ones, those aren't really so much about the profit or making the money or time, because those are deep in people's hearts. And I actually, I take a lot of pride in putting those together because I just know what they mean to people. And when the lady was explaining it to me and then showing me pictures of her sister and stuff, she was completely broken down in tears. I'm like, damn it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll deliver it even. Damn it. Oh, you got your Tumblr back, huh? Teresa D'Anton, what up? I might have to check it out later. So yeah, I was gonna post what I was gonna do, but I'm gonna wait until I deliver it to her just in case. I'm not friends with her on social media that I know of, but yeah, it's pretty deep. Did a whole family picture, and then the dad in the background, and then her, and then I picture framed them, and then I put some doves and some roses, and the things. 210 records in the house on Thursday night. Oh shoot! Okay, here we go. Dang it! All right, we got about 10 seconds before we go hot. I am queued up. I'm going to be on time this time.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Oh, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the program. This Thursday night, I apologize. Lucky Stone, thank you so much. I didn't realize on last night's show that I put it was Tuesday night, but it was actually really Wednesday night. So I made the change. Lucky Stone, thank you so much, folks. Welcome to the program. This is our Christmas Eve show because obviously there's not going to be a program tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve. I'm going to be going through a depression. Like I said on the program yesterday, Christmas Eves they're so traditional for me. This is going to be the first untraditional year. So usually on Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, I wake up historically for the last 47 years of my life. And who's that? Oh, well, why don't you bring it on over here to me, girl? Oh, I got come here. Say Merry Christmas to everybody. You need the microphone. Come on, baby. Say Merry Christmas to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to all of you, my queen. What's up, baby?
What's up? Merry Christmas.
So I was just telling everybody that I'm going to go through a depression tomorrow. I might need a bath. What the? Damn it. Did you see that? You got witnesses. So am I really that bad on the holidays?
Yeah.
How am I that bad?
I don't know. I mean, even when we're up north,
Yeah. Tell me more.
Sit and reminisce, which is fine with reminiscing, but
yeah,
You just get a little too sappy.
I do. Well, this is going to be our first year.
But down here, it'll be weird.
It's going to be weird because I was just telling everybody on, Christmas Eve, the first thing we do when we wake up is we get ready to go to mom and dad's. And this is going to be the first year we're going to wake up and be like, now what, bitches?
Yeah, the boys asked me. They're like, so what are we supposed to do for Christmas
We can play
Eve?
Uno. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm kind of in an emotional state right now. But yeah, man, I don't know. It is what it is. It's going to be good. The only part, what's going to screw me up even more?
The weather.
The
And
weather.
there being no snow and no cold.
Yep.
And we wearing booty shorts.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I might even get in my bikini.
Oh.
Christmas Day is going to be 84.
It's going to be 84 on Christmas. So I guess my snow machine that I ordered is going to be ineffective tomorrow. Yeah.
What?
My snow making machine that I ordered that's supposed to be delivered tomorrow.
You better not even.
I was going to put it up on the roof and blow some shit.
Oh, you blow shit every day. A lot of hot air.
Whew. Wow. Folks, this is why everybody likes when Lisa comes on the show, because she talks some smack to me and I enjoy it. It's really weird. I don't get the psychological factor behind that. But yeah, all right. Thank you for the coffee, baby. Oh, she's petting my face. She's petting my face. Now
like,
what, Izzo?
He's like a chia pet.
I'm like a chia pet. I was showing Rocky how to groom his mustache and beard the other day. Yeah, he's going to screw up. He is going to screw it up. I can't wait till the first time he actually messes up his mustache.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to
want to talk.
Maybe for your Christmas present before I smack you live on the air.
Let me tell you. So sometimes you will go in there and thinking he's going to GQ himself.
I do try to GQ myself.
And he comes out and I'm looking at another person because he cut it too short and he starts laughing because he already knows.
Because I look ugly.
Funny.
No, I look
he knows
ugly.
That I'm going to laugh at him and be like, what did you do?
You know what it is? My nose looks so much bigger when I shave.
No, it's not that.
It is that.
It's the way that you shave it.
No, I shave it bald.
Sometimes, yes, and it looks...
Paranormal Radio, what's up, man? Say it, babe. What do I look like? Go ahead.
You look like your brother.
Oh.
You and your brother have the same weird top lip. And yeah, no, it doesn't work. Don't even come by me, no.
Wow. No. Okay. So don't shave tomorrow then for a present?
Sure, if you want.
The last time I
shaved. No butt.
If I don't want no nookie, she said, if you don't want no butt.
I started to say something else and I caught it real quick.
What were you going to say? What does it start with?
A.
Oh, an ass? Come on. I'll get some of that. Oh. What was I going to just say to you? I can't remember. But Paranormal Radio is on with us right now. What's up, big brother? He's a hard ass and taking all the That's right. Boom. What's up? I'm a little distracted right now because my hand's on her butt cheek. So, what do you got? You got some material? You got some show material?
No. I got to get back on.
I came home and she was dancing. That's what she was doing. She was dancing.
Dude, I didn't even know you were coming in the door. You came home early.
And what did I take a picture of?
My butt.
I sure did. I took a picture of her butt when she was dancing. That's right. That's what I do. I take pictures of butts.
Yeah, and then he sends me it.
And then I sent it to her. I said,
what do I need to see my butt for?
I just wanted to show you what I was doing because you didn't know I did it. See, that's how stealth I am. So, all right, I'm going to get on with this, baby.
All right, go do your thing.
All right, appreciate
Peace
it.
out, guys. Love you.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'll be saying that already. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh. What the? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. All right. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, where was I? What is up? Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. She knows exactly how to stress me. Completely throw me off track there. All right, let's get back onto it. Much love, Mrs. Stucci, from Mr. Becker. All right, kids. I don't know, man. I am weird. I love the holidays. It's a good thing. It's a fun thing. But I also have an article that I want to cover tonight. Yes, Kathy, the ADHD of talk radio, the emotional meatball. It was an article. Here's the thing: I pull up articles, and in this realm, and religions, and all this other stuff, when it comes to belief systems, everybody believes differently in all different types of ways. You can get 50 freaking Christians in a room at the same time, and they're all going to slightly have their own kind of version of their own Christianity, no different than Muslims and Buddhists and everything else. Well, I don't know. Maybe Buddhists are a little bit more dialed in. You know what I'm saying? But there's this article, and I kind of scanned through it, but it's in regards to do relatives, dead relatives. And the only reason I found this article was because I talked about it last night in regards to when I go to my parents' house, how things happen. Now, my parents' house is haunted. You guys saw when Rod and I were there, and Rod interviewed my dad and talking about all the things that kind of circulate around my dad. And my dad's super Catholic, still serves mass. And then a little bit about a Christmas miracle. And the reason I wanted to talk about that tonight, because I do not hide my past. I always tell people, you don't run from the world when your closet's empty. You just don't. You just don't give a shit. It's who you are. You do the things you do in life. You make the mistakes that you make in life, and you just live with it. You don't hold yourself victim. You're not a product of what you did yesterday. And you don't hold yourself prisoner. It's one of those things. It's like having a boat anchor that weighs 300 pounds and a big ass chain over your shoulder, and everywhere you go in life, you're pulling that around, and it's just sitting there clawing at the ground, and you're trying to drag it around. I refuse to live like that. And I've shared the story with you before. When I got out of treatment the last time, I went to the AA thing, that AA meeting thingy. And because that's what everybody does, right? That's kind of like the robotic thing to do. You get out of treatment, and then you go to these NAAA, whatever anonymous type of things you do. And I seen this man just completely break down in tears for about 5, 6, 7 minutes. And he was stuck in something that he did over 20 years ago. And that's when I came home and I told Lisa, I said, listen, I'm never going to do another one again. And she's like, what? Right away, she thought I was going to relapse and go out and do my thing. And what did American Duck say? I seen haunted. I stayed at the most haunted hotel north of the 49th a couple times. You should check it out. Oh, dude, I've heard of that. I've heard of that place. So before I continue with the treatment story, I just want to let everybody know. Thank you, Mike. So we're working on Gettysburg dates right now, and there's a number 2 that I want to tell everybody about. As long as we're all here together, we're all family, we can have these conversations. We are working right now on trying to get an event at the Goldfield Hotel. And so there it is. It's out of the bag. And I don't know how many people they'll allow us to have. This is in Goldfield, Nevada. And there also is an old abandoned school that if we get the Goldfield Hotel, I would also like to get into this school as well, which is incredibly haunted. Now, the Goldfield has probably one of the most documented cases of poltergeist out of anywhere I know. I mean, we're talking rocks, we're talking stones, we're talking boards, we're talking bricks. A multitude of things that happen in this place. And there again, you start wondering why certain locations, why are they there? Why can they leave? Can they come out? I was sharing, who was it that I was talking to? Was it Ron on last week's show? Oh, no. I think it was Teresa. I told Teresa about, I saw the other day where this child, he was a young man at the time, but when he was a child, he was at a home, and it was a super incredibly haunted place. And where am I going with that? And the spirits would come outside from these buildings to harass him. They would come out of the facility. So these spirits obviously weren't stuck inside this facility. There again, it's all theory. We're all trying to theorize on why it is the way it is. And are there energy points? Are they ley lines? I mean, what is it, geographically? Is it geographically? Is it the ground? Is it the soil? Is it the stones? Is it rivers? Is it water? Is it power plants? What is it that you actually squirrel that produces this type of activity? I don't know. I've never seen any kind of a pattern when it comes to this. So it's interesting. Now, I have gone to houses that were by power lines to where if you pulled out and you monitored atmospheric conditions like EMF, the electromagnetic energies, is higher. It's at average baseline at 2.0 milligauss. Now, you know that once it gets over 2.5, 2.6, it starts actually affecting the human body. It starts, you get migraines, you get headaches, you get nausea, um, all those kind of weird, crazy things that you hallucinate. And all that is from higher EMF. A lot of older houses have this condition because the old electricity, the old wiring wasn't properly insulated. So the electricity kind of disperses into the air, and that does affect the human body. Roberts, what's up, brother? So, what part did I say I'm going to get back to? That is the question at hand. Because I saw a rabbit, and then Lisa came in, and we're talking about Christmas miracles. Oh, Amber Lynn Osborne. Amber Lynn Osborne. Never seen your name before. Are you related to Jack? I just want to know. Do you know him? I'd like to get in touch with him. If you know him, have him give me a call. But we talk about Christmas miracles. We talk about struggles. We talk about not being a product from our past. We talk about rehab. Thank you, Delaney. And so when I got out of rehab and I went to this AA thing, and now I'm circling to where I wanted to go with this. And I went to this and I seen this guy break down, for 5, 6, 7 minutes about something he did over 20 years ago. And I went back and I told Lisa, I says, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to these things. And right away she thought that she was going to see me go right back down the same road that I've been on for so long. And I'm like, no, I go, listen to me. I said, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the guy 20 years from now that just because I stopped putting something in my body that I didn't psychologically change. I don't want to be the guy that programs himself to be a victim of this stupid ass shit that he did in his life. I don't want to be that. I won't be that. And I won't be held prisoner of that. Judge me by the decisions I make today. Judge me by the way I treat people today. And I do that for others. I know a lot of people that, maybe would seem a little bit different in normal society, but some of those people that seem different are probably the most real humans that I've ever met. They don't dress normal. They don't look normal. A couple of them have tattoos all over their face, but yet you can have one of the most intellectual conversations with people that look different. So I've learned not to judge a book by its cover. I mean, treat people like, I don't know, is this a biblical thing? Treat people as you want to be treated. Amen. You know what I'm saying? So, in regards to Christmas miracles, and then I'm going to get on to talking about, my mind's all over the board because there's things I want to talk about, but I know I'm going to get sidetracked if I go that direction. And then we're going to talk about signs from heaven. And I have an article here in regards to this lady wrote, do dead relatives visit you during the holidays? Because I know there's a few people here in the chat room that recently lost somebody this year. And to at least 2 of you that I know, this is going to be the first Christmas that you're going to be without it. So I'm just like, you know what? This, yo, Stucci. I actually heard you say that, Roberts. So this is going to be your first Christmas. And so today I'm sitting there thinking about show material and what am I going to say and how am I going to say it? And I just said, you know what, just let me pull something up. Let me see what I can find. And I pulled up, I think, an okay article, and I'll go over it. I'll probably have more opinion than the actual article itself. But I've experienced a Christmas miracle one time, and I'm going to tell you the story. Fresh coffee. I'm wondering why I can't fall asleep till 11:30 at night, and I got to be up at 3:30. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why I can't sleep. So, right in the depth of my addiction, we had nothing. We literally had nothing. I was going to food shelves, and if anybody's ever been to a food shelf, you understand the pain and the humility that you face when you go there. I remember the first time I ever went, I pulled up to the door and I sat there. I was right at the front. I got like the A spot, like I was VIP. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching people go in and out, and I couldn't get out of my car. I couldn't get out of my car for 30, 35, 40 minutes. I just couldn't. This was the first time I ever went to one. Lisa went to them a couple times before me. I came up with some kind of manipulative reason why I didn't go. And finally, I knew my boys were at home. That Lisa was at home. There was no food in the cupboards, and they were hungry. And so sooner or later, I had to swallow my pride, and I needed to go into this place. And the hardest thing for me was to actually go in and ask for help. It was horrifying to me. And it's a humiliation that I don't ever want to bury. It's a humiliation that I don't ever want to let too far behind me, because it is that pain, that humility, that misery, that embarrassment. It is all of that in a one cocktail of what I don't ever want to be again in my life. And that's why I got this drive, this unstoppable drive. I will roll you over type of drive if you get in my way type of thing. Some people get it, some people don't. But we had nothing, and we came up to the holidays. And, it breaks my heart because I go back and I look at some of these Christmas pictures, and I remember some of those times when we were struggling, and I look at, what we were wearing, and somehow Lisa did it, man. Somehow she kept that boat floating. Somehow she managed to cook meals every day. Somehow she managed to keep everything stable. Somehow she managed to get bills paid. And me, I was just a worthless piece of shit that was more in tune to worrying about getting that next pill in my mouth. My main focus was getting high, or I was going out riding with the clubs. And shame on me, right? I can say that. Shame on me. And one thing about even some of the darkest times of my life, we did amazing things. So there was always some kind of a weird balance. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but there was always this really weird balance. Because we had an organization called the Patriot Riders. You guys heard me talk about it a million times on this program. And hey, why are you calling me bro? You're supposed to call me you sexy beast. And so we had a lot of amazing, very patriotic friends. We did the military flag lines. We did disabled veteran home repair. We did a lot of those things. As a matter of fact, I'd love to get something like that started down here. We got a lot of veterans around here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And all right, Scotty asked me a question. I'm being interviewed by Mr. Scotty Roberts. He says, Rocky, do you believe this is why you drive and motivation completely changed? Why you are the Roberts? It's a cocktail, brother. It is an absolute cocktail. It's knowing the pain that I put my family through, knowing that my children and family starved because of my selfishness, losing people, watching friends and family die from bad habits and bad situations. It's everything, brother. It's all of the above. And the pivotal moment was Lisa and the boys. And, even though I have seemed selfish and I did the things that I did, and I'm do stupid shit now, that, there's nothing more important to me in my life, no matter how stupid I can be, than my family, at least my boys. So that's my drive, brother. That's my drive. And there's another moment that I never forget. And that moment was when I was in treatment and I didn't see everybody because I was locked down upstairs, detoxing, extremely horrifying experience because I had such toxic amounts of narcotics in my system. My detox was, the doctor said that I could literally kill a horse with the amount that I had in my body. And I remember when I was sitting there in the couch, the first time I saw Lisa and the boys that came to visit me in the hospital, the hardest thing for me was to watch them walk away. It pierced my brain. It pierced my soul. It pierced every bit, and everything, brother, every single thing that I was feeling, Roberts, was all because of my own actions. And that's the reality that a lot of people have a hard time concluding. A lot of people can't accept the responsibility of the stupid shit that they've done. They just can't. Somehow their narcissistic tendencies say, well, it was because of this, or it was because, oh, dude, I done dumb shit. And that's just the way it is. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't sugarcoat it. I got to claim responsibility because that's really the only true way I can heal. So when you combine starving, addiction, neglect to the family, you start combining all of that. Yes, brother, it is the drive I have. I don't know sometimes how I get the energy to do what I do. I'm up super early in the morning. I run a major facility. I don't tell anybody where I work because there's psychopaths out there. But I run a major facility that's for the federal government. I got a lot of employees. And then I come home. I get right to Ron's studio. And then I come home. And then I got all these tumbler orders that I got to do every single day. That's every single day. And if I'm not doing that, I'm in the garage helping Junior paint lures. Just because I want to do what everybody comes up with an excuse that they can't do. I want to show people, no matter how tired you are, no matter how weak you are, no matter how miserable you are, no matter how much you want to give up, you just continue to push forward. And brother, honestly, I just don't want to be like the rest of society. That's the end of the story. I don't want to be like I used to be, and I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be Rocky. I want to be the champion of my own destiny. I want to be the creator of my own reality. And I hopefully someday, if it's one person, two person, three people, that I influence somebody, somebody just says, damn it, that son of a bitch. Okay, he just proved me wrong. Now I got to prove myself right. Right. So, yeah, that's my drive, brother. And then this story that I'm going to tell here really quick. There's a family called the Hellmans. Lisa's watching. And the Hellman family, when we started the Patriot Riders, their son was the very first, we call them missions. When somebody died in the military, they brought the body home. The Department of Defense would call us. We would meet them at the airport and to give them give the body a motorcycle escort, usually to the funeral home. So the Hellman family was the very first family that we ever did a flag line for. It was snowing out, it was ice, it was blizzardy. And Scotty, this was right in New Richmond, right at the funeral home. I think just north of New Richmond a little bit. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And we became good friends with this family. We went and we did a bunch of fundraisers, and we had this bench made, and that is at the New Richmond Veterans Park now, Scotty. You know where all the flags are at, right there, right next to the hospital. There's a bench there in that park as well, and that was from us that we donated in honor to Corey Hellman. And Corey Hellman was Navy, I believe. And it was one Christmas, and we had nothing. We had absolutely nothing. We had nothing to give the kids. Too proud to ask mom and dad for money. I was a grown-ass man. We just had nothing. We had no Christmas dinner. The Christmas dinner came from a food shelf, being completely honest with you. So we had nothing. And one day, somebody knocked on our front door. It was up. And I'm like, oh, I don't like when people come to my house unannounced. Usually I'm kind of sneaking around trying to peek out the window, seeing who it is. But it was Corey Hellman's mom and dad, Jim Hellman, and I can't remember his wife's name at the exact second here. It was them two, and then it was Corey's sister and Corey's husband. And they stood outside there. I think, baby, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that it was Christmas Eve. And we are at the bottom of the hour break, so that story's going to have to go on hold for just 1 second. But when we come back, what did the Hellmans have when they showed up at our house when we had absolutely nothing? And do your past loved ones come and visit you during the holidays at any given time, to be honest with you? Ladies and gentlemen, Abnormal Realities. I'm Rocky Stucci. Ron is in Disneyland or World or whatever. I don't care. I love you, Ron. I miss you, brother. We'll be right back, kids.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logo designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and would be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal Realities.
Bro, why are you feeling that energy right now?
It's a pretty good energy I'm feeling right now. I'm just saying.
Dude, Tinkerbell had a crush on.
On what?
Dude, she was always wearing like tiny skirts.
She was wearing tiny skirts.
Do you think that was subliminal?
Of course it was. It's Disney. Come on. Everybody knows Disney's subliminal.
What?
Yeah, dude. At the front of the Little Mermaid VHS case. Come on, there's a big old wiener on it.
What?
Not even joking.
Show us right now. Where?
What? What?
On where?
On the old Little Mermaid case.
Okay.
You search wiener on Little Mermaid case.
Wiener on... I ain't even playing.
You let me know if you don't see a big old thing right on the front of that case.
Why are you yelling at me? I'm
Just
stressed.
pull one up. Look at the tower.
Abnormal Realities
I hate that I knew that. Damn it.
with Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50.
Yeah, I just put two and two together. Ron is at Disney right now, hanging out with Tinkerbell. I did a show a long time ago in regards to subliminal messages in Disney. I played videos and like the old Bugs Bunny. I mean, there was episodes of Bugs Bunny where the dude literally had a boner and it popped. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa, you kind of ducked. I'm like, damn. It's a real thing. I don't know. I don't know, but it was there. I mean, I don't know I got theories why they do it, but whatever. So welcome back to the program, folks. Abnormalrealities.com. Get your asses on over there to RomikaDesigns.com, RomikaDesigns.com. And, of course, Insane Custom Tumblers. Join, sign up, become affiliate. We are a print-on-demand company. I just want to thank everybody really, really quick. Been getting bombarded. I got this last-minute order tonight, and I'll probably be up till about 2 o'clock in the morning putting these together, but it's a local. It's a memorial. And so you can't say no to those things. If I have the physical time to do it, I'm going to do it. But become an affiliate. If you want something custom, if you want family, I got 24,000 designs, and just slowly trying to get them all up on the website. But the two exclusive sponsors of the program is InsaneCustomTumblers.com, and of course, Romika Designs. And Ron got a new toy, and he got that fiber laser, and that thing is bad ass. I mean, he's going to be doing stuff with metal. Who is that? Okay. I got my phone right there charging. I got Scotty Roberts in the chat room. A lot of you guys know Scotty Roberts. Scotty and we have been brothers for years. I remember the first time I ever met him, he was out cutting the grass. And I went over there to talk to him about one of his books, and I was at his house for about 3.5, 4 hours. And ever since then, this is who we are all these years. And here we are, man. We're still fighting through the muck together. He's my brother. He did the Situation Room with me for a long time. In fact, Scotty, I was just talking about you the other night, talking about how well very few people can play off of me, especially the way that you did. It's one of those things to where, radio is entertainment. Radio has an art to it, and personalities are really important. And so when you have somebody like me that really says some dumb stuff, to have somebody be able to react to it flawlessly is a gift within a gift. So I love you, brother. Merry Christmas to you, man. And I hope you and the family are well. If you need anything, brother, you call me up. We're going to have some future business to talk about anyways here. But anyways, so let me get back to this story. We heard that knock on the door. I opened the door, and it was Jim Hellman, Jim's wife, and Jim's daughter, and Jim's daughter's husband. And they had a bunch of garbage bags, those big black Glad bags. They had like 4 of them. And it was there again, humiliation set in. Audrey, humiliation set in. Folks that are listening, I apologize. I'm watching the chat room or trying to watch the chat room as I go. And so if I'm talking and I just throw a name out, I just want you to know I'm just calling out to somebody in the chat room. By the way, huge heads up to OpsLens over there at OpsLens, those watching on Facebook and all over the place right now. And that was initially super difficult for me to swallow. Again, there's that embarrassment factor, right? I'm a man. It was how I was raised. And they came in and they just had a ton of gifts for Rocky, Mario, and Dominic. And, to sit there and to watch the boys, Lisa, you remember this, to watch the boys open those gifts and, thinking that they were going to have maybe just a couple things. And I know I'm spoiling your children, especially during the holidays, can end up costing you in the long run because they're always going to expect it. And as they get older, shit gets more expensive. It's no more those $4, $5, $6 trucks. They get to a certain age and then all of a sudden it becomes Legos. Well, I don't know if any of you have bought Legos lately, but you can't get one damn thing that's a Lego that's going to cost you less than $80 freaking dollars. And then all of a sudden they graduate from the Legos, right? And then it goes up to this thing called electronics. And when I reference electronics, I'm not talking about, these little tiny remote control trucks that, you used to be able to get at Radio Shack for $30. We're talking laptops and iPads and and desktops, and none of that is cheap. You know, you want a decent laptop, you're paying $1,400. You know what I'm saying? And so we watched them open it. And, it was such a memorable moment that it's just one of those things that, you don't forget it. And yeah, Scotty says right here, hey, Dad, can you buy me this Lego set? It's only $127.99. That's crazy. That's crazy. We went to Legoland once and I almost got in a fight with somebody because I didn't want to pay all that money for the Legos. I'm like, give me 50% off. Come on, I know people. Hey, pay it forward. I'm just kidding. It kind of works for him, though. It sure does, Teresa. My ADHD always worked for me. Scotty and I, we always used to call it, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Situation Room. It is the ADHD of talk radio. Scotty's the same way. What are you talking about? Squirrel. So, yeah, it's just, it changes, but it's just one of those things. And you reflect on that. Those are, Scotty, going way back to your question, those are the things that you always keep front and center. Everybody says, well, you need to heal and move on. No, I do. Trust me, I do. But there's also some things that Senior almost did. I yelled at him this morning. Okay. I'm going to smack her. It's those things that I purposely keep front and center. It's those things that I need those reminders every once in a while. I need a reminder of that pain. Right. And what gives me my why? You've heard some of the motivational speakers talk about the why. My brother says it all the time. What's your why? Why do you do what you do? Where do you want to go with what you do? Why do you do it? And then you ask yourself why. Well, what's your answer? Or you can ask yourself, why don't you do what you want to do? And then listen to the laundry list of excuses that you'll come up with on why you don't do what you want to do. And lots of times at the end of the day, it's not money. It's fear. It's fear. It's people are afraid of the failure part of it. I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not afraid to fail. I've tried 1,000 other businesses and I'll try 1,000 more. And every time we do it, we learn more and more as we progress. And this is what makes us into what we are. And you get better and better results as you go. And if it fails, you know what? Dust off and move on. Because at the end of the day, when you're taking your last breath, you can at least look in the mirror and say, damn it, at least I tried. How many people can't say they tried? For whatever reason, they say they didn't do it. How many people say that they didn't try? I've recently witnessed somebody close to me constantly get degraded for something he was trying to do, trying to build something, and told that, it's a hobby. No. You don't do that to people. You don't say those things to people. You don't degrade a passion. You don't knock somebody in the knees. Whether somebody thinks it's a hobby or not a hobby or whatever it may be, I know Lisa, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. You encourage people to do things, no matter what. And you let that individual decide the direction that that's going to go. But to sit here because of your own lack of security and your own lack of self-respect, and because of all the fears that possess your body and the doubt that possesses your mind, you want to implement that belief system upon everybody around you. And that's bullshit. That's wrong. That's unjust. If people are going to fail, let them fail. Let them feel the feeling of that failure. But we don't have the power or the authority to sit here and dictate the emotional status or the physical status of somebody at least doing something most other people aren't. Bottom line. That's it. So, all right, let's get on to, oh, damn, baby. I just looked up and seen that. And she's talking about throat punching people, using the B word. Not all of it, but just a little bit. See you later, Audrey. Let's all really quick give a huge shout out to Mr. Ron Phillips. And then we are going to get into a topic. And I know Scotty's he's twitching over there because I know his ass and he has stuff to say about this. Do spirits, family, do people you love come and visit you during the holidays? But we already know the answer because we know that it is actually all the time. We know it's year round. Now, I told you guys yesterday, and I said it on the show a couple weeks ago, and the reason I talked about it on the show is because Ron saw the picture about my parents' house. And so not going to regurgitate that story, but at my parents' house on the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, mainly two of those, not so much Easter. But Thanksgiving and Christmas has always been huge in my family. And we've always had a huge influx of spiritual activity in my parents' home during the holidays. So do they visit throughout the year? Without a damn doubt. But it just seems that we maybe get a few more that come over. Maybe it's because all the relatives come over, all the brothers and the sisters, everybody comes over. So maybe grandma didn't like dad as much as he liked her, his sister. And so maybe grandma was hanging out with the sister and the sister was coming over to dad's house. So grandma's like, damn it, in spirit. She's like, now I'm going to have to fly over to Gary's house. And I'm going to have to go hang out over there for a little bit. But now I can check up on Marie's sauce and make sure the sauce is okay. I don't know. I don't know what it is. We all have a theory on what we think it is. And a lot of it's probably pretty legit. You know what I mean? Mary Mansfield says, sometimes your comfort zone is just a rut you're too afraid to climb out of. Pushing past fear leads to growth. That is a fact. And that's something, Mary. What's up, Leslie? That's something that, I was trying to talk to Ron about when we went to the Hill House. And Lisa says they know that family will be together and they can visit everyone all at once. That's a fact. And I'm kind of a hypocrite because I talked a lot of shit about the Hill House, and then here's me. I wouldn't go upstairs by myself. And I'm okay with that. Because I didn't realize how dark that energy was going to be. But it's when I was explaining to Ron how important it would be for him to overcome his fear to go upstairs by himself or to go in that house by himself or to try to go do something. When you overcome a fear like that, that's just not saying that you were in a really spooky place and you were able to go up in the attic by yourself. That's a lifelong lasting psychological factor. Because you learn to go through a threshold that you created a limit on. Typically, you always had a limit that that's your stopping point. You ain't going no further than that. That's where you're going to stop. And that's your whole life. That whole life, you had that guard right there, right? And when you can learn somehow to break that barrier and to go a little extra farther and to go to a spot that you're really uncomfortable, you're on edge, you're creeped the hell out, and you do it, and then you finish it, it changes you. Whether you're talking paranormal or you're talking some other kind of life event, when you're forced to act in a situation you're typically very uncomfortable in, and you overcome that uncomfort, that is an immense growing situation. It really is. Again, I'm not an expert at anything. The only thing and the only things I say are how I kind of formulate my life. And maybe I'm manipulating myself to continue this push forward. However it is, it works. It may not work for you. It may not work for everybody. It may work for some, but it's not going to work for everybody. So let me pull this up here. Let me check it out here. All right. So let's roll with this together here. It says, during the holidays, it's only natural that we start to think about those who have passed. As we grew up, we become accustomed to certain Christmas traditions that our adult relatives, well, they should spell check their article before they post it, that our adult relatives would do for us. But after they pass, it is up to us to continue those traditions. The holidays have long been known as a time for our family, friends, and loved ones to come together and celebrate. Given the extreme emotional attachments we have to the holiday, one has to wonder how that affects the paranormal world. There are both researchers and regular folks that have said that activity escalates during the holidays. While we tend to think that Halloween is the ultimate holiday for ghostly encounters, the month of December has proven itself to be a time of increased activity. Why? Well, the answer is the holidays. In the spirit of trying to not get too personal, I'm getting ready to embark on my second Christmas without my mother. as she passed on January 15th, in January 2015, for anyone who has lost a loved one, the first year of the holidays is sad. But the ongoing ones seem to be worse for some. It's another year without the loved one. And do ghosts or those who have died feel the same emptiness and pain as the living? That's a great question. Do they feel that same pain and same emptiness as those that are living? If they do, the family was all alive together. Do I think that they make their presence known? I don't think so. The holidays were rather quiet and activity in my life. But if I want to think that my mother was with me in some way or another, we do tend to get an increase in investigation requests during the holidays, which is interesting to me. Okay, that's dumb. Okay, that's really the article. She's talking about the increase in calls during the holiday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you proofread articles before you start reading an article. So we have talked about, Scotty, we've talked about this. Thought. Thought is like a radar. Thought is like you put an antenna on your head. Thought has a frequency to it. We've talked about that a million times. Our thought impacts our atmosphere. Our thought creates like a telephone connection, I believe, to those who have passed on. I believe this. I believe this through experience. And, you know, you hear some people say, if you think about somebody that has passed, they know you're thinking about them. There's somehow that subconscious connection that you have with these people. I did this thing with a young child, Devin. And I remember I got the EVP from Devin. A couple of weeks went by and I kept getting nightmares and bad dreams. And so I talked to this lady and she talked about I needed to work with Devin. Devin was dead. Devin was gone. He was passed on. And she's like, you need to help Devin. And I said, well, okay. I go, so should I call his mom and go to, you know, his house? And then what do I do? And she laughed at me. And she's like, no. She says, you just need to ask spirit in general to help Devin come to you. And I'm like, what? And she was giggling at it. And again, I was all really new to this. I didn't have a lot of significant experiences at this time in my life. And so I was extremely skeptical. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I did it. Lisa was there with me. And I went into a theta state. And literally, I have it on recorder. I have it on recorder that I sat down. I turned my spirit box on. I started videotaping it. And all of a sudden, I just started saying, and I didn't go into theta yet. And I'm sitting there saying, anybody here in spirit, yada, yada, yada. I says, I need everybody to step aside that's trying to come through and talk with me. I need you to grab Devin. And then I said his last name. And I need you to bring Devin to me. And it was no more than maybe a 2-minute span. You know, right away we're thinking, oh, what does he got to get a car? Does he have to call a ghost cab? Was there ghost Ubers at the time? It's not, you know, we're actually the paranormal of the universe, right? We're actually this physical little object floating around, this little tiny speck of dust. And on this little tiny speck of dust is called Earth. And on that little tiny speck of dust, there's a whole bunch of tiny little specks of dust. Most of them are crazy as shit. And, you know, we believe that we have the all-out answer to our entire existence and why we are the way we are. We only understand the physical. That's all we understand is the physical. Very few people truly understand the spiritual, right? Relatively speaking, when we got 7 billion people on the planet, a very small amount of people truly understand that our physical existence is absolutely irrelevant compared to our spiritual existence. So when you call upon somebody, that antenna that you have on you, I'm picturing myself with the freaking antenna on the top of my head, a radio antenna. That's dumb. It literally draws like a signal. It draws a signal because it only took 2 or 3 minutes and it was just like that. Devin's voice was coming through my equipment in my home, right? So when we talk about, when we think of people, yes, we do. When we talk about during the holidays, is there an increase of activity? Well, let's look at it like this. When we miss somebody, especially the first, second, third year after their passing, you really feel the impact. Like the first year after my grandpa died, we left a chair for him. It was his rocking chair that he sat by at the fireplace in my parents' basement. So after we all ate and we all did our thing, that was grandpa's chair. So when we all did our thing, grandpa would go right next to the fireplace. He would be in charge of the fire. Nobody could touch the fire. Grandpa Stucci took care of it. So we felt that impact drastically the first year he was gone. Well, I still feel it to this day. I still think of my grandpa all the time. Me and my grandpa were super, super close. And so the first year we set up the chair, nobody was allowed to sit in that chair. And so when you are attentive towards that and you set up the chair and you feel the impact of the missing presence of an individual during a holiday, you're thinking of them probably at a stronger level than you would kind of when you're caught up in our crazy lives. You know what I mean? And now we're not just talking about you. We're also talking about brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts and moms and dads and friends. All these people that are at this thing and all these people that kind of are part of your holiday thing are all thinking about that person that's not there because they can all emotionally, psychologically, and physically feel the impact of that person not being there. So now you have all these people, all of them in one location, thinking about all the people that they miss, thinking about that one individual that's their first Christmas and they're not there. So you don't just have a singular antenna. Now you have multiple people dialing in on that frequency and just bringing them. You know what I'm saying? They're just bringing them. There's a lot of things, if you were paying enough attention, hey, you know what? Here, if you don't believe in this, that's outstanding. That's cool. If you don't believe in this universe, that there are multiple realms of existence and multiple parallels in our existence, then I'm not the one who needs to go digging deep in my soul, right? To think of the fact, like I said, we are paranormal. The human existence in this universe is probably the most paranormal thing, relatively speaking, to everything within the universe, because we only have our senses. We see, we hear, we smell, we taste, and those are all physical. They're all physical. What happens when we're not in the physical? How much more is there in life? How much more of a journey is there, right? So we're only gauging things on what we can get a bunch of zeros and ones and calculate this stuff together to form a manufactured reality. Or we have an idea, so we sit here and we dictate through information and find the information that soothes our belief system and say, damn it, this has now just become reality. We are the paranormal creature in a non-paranormal universe. So yes, I absolutely believe this. I believe 100%, and it's not just the holidays, but I think there's just a stronger signal, right? So signs. What are some of the signs, right? Everybody is always looking for the obvious. Everybody's always looking to be pulled out of their bed. Everybody's always looking. Reality is what we make it, 1,000%. Jamie, I'm going to say this. Our existence on this planet, our reality that we live in every day is one of the most manufactured, insane, ludicrous realities that I couldn't even fathom. The way society thinks, the way society acts, the way society reacts, all of it is manufactured. Most people that are walking out this planet who claim to be an academic, who claim to be an intellectual, they don't know their head from their ass. And when they look in a damn mirror, they can't stand what they see, because they're sitting here being taught what to think their entire life. You go outside your home and people are just like robots. You know, you go to work, you come home, you eat, you go to bed, you wake up, you do it all over again. You're miserable, you're broke, Your whole life is trying to work up to retirement, and some people don't even make it up to there. And then we're like, well, what the hell is our purpose on this planet? Look out for the non-obvious stuff. Look out for that. Look out for smells. I think it was Thomas Becker who said that he sees dimes appear or pennies. Somebody who smokes cigars, you catch a little whiff of a cigar. Cologne, that's a really big one, where you smell perfumes or colognes. And it's not that that individual is wearing some kind of cologne and spirit, it's that they don't have all these different resources for you to identify with the fact that they're there. So what are the things that they can do? Smell is one big one. Electricity, energy, numbers. You see numbers all the time. I see 1213 all the time. 1213 all the time. I see it all the time. We are saturated with signals. Leslie, her son loved dragonflies. I guarantee you every dragonfly she sees isn't just some dragonfly out looking for a mosquito. I guarantee you that within her visualization of these dragonflies, some of that is her son saying, Mom, I'm here. Mom, I'm here. I didn't leave you. I'm watching over you. I love you. And then I just got goosebumps all over my body just now. I literally just got goosebumps all over my body. So, and Leslie said feathers. Feathers is one. So just be more aware. Put your skepticism, keep it, just back it off just a little bit. And try to understand that we don't know shit about our existence. We don't really know why we're here. It wasn't some man and some woman that just appeared on this planet and started banging and then populated the whole earth. We don't know. We have hundreds of thousands of people that sit here and trying to figure out our history, our existence. What is our purpose? Because nobody really knows. We think we do, but we don't. So sometimes you just need to kind of step back a little bit, take a look around, take it in. And I'm guilty of this, just like you are, of being able to shut it off. I haven't shut it off in a while, and I think this is going to be a good week to do it. But reflect on you, reflect on what's around you, reflect on who you associate with, and reflect and think about the people that you love. That's not hard to do. As if we could turn that societal effing madness off just for a short time. That's why I hate drama. Humans disappoint me. The older I get, the less I want to be around people, because it's such wasted investment in life. I don't get involved in social media drama because I don't care. I don't care because you know what? 2 days from now, it's going to be a washed up issue. So why invest in it today? I do a bullshit every single day at my job. I don't like talking about it when I come home. Lisa gets mad at me. She thinks I'm crabby. I'm not crabby. I ain't going to waste my time talking about something because it's not serving me. It doesn't serve me. All it's going to do is bring up emotions that are unnecessary. So I find myself every single day in this battle dictating what battles am I going to choose, which ones are worth fighting for, and which ones aren't. But all of you are worth fighting for. So I'm going to say this from myself and Ron Phillips, from my beautiful wife, Ron's wife, all of us. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Think about them. They're going to be there. Feel them. Know them. My hair's standing up right now. I love you guys. I appreciate you. RomikaDesigns.com and SaintCustomTumblers.com. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. May God bless you. May God bless you, United States. And I love you guys. I appreciate you. Talk soon. Good night, everybody.